Yes, guys. So yesterday, have you done that Jenkins part? It is working now at your end.
Yeah, kind of, yes.
And all the files.
Okay, like yesterday, what happened? It's not getting the path correct.
Now it's all the files are running.
Can you show me that actually the how you resolve the path issue?
Yeah. So actually, what I did was there was shell path was missing.
Okay, show me that one.
I think here. Yeah. Yeah. It was in. Yeah. I think. Yeah, this one.
Okay, okay. It was missing. Okay.
Yeah. Uh, but for this project only, actually, I tried one another one.
Mm-hmm.
So when I tried it, it produced some output like uh,
Mm-hmm.
this. It was showing like this output that we see in that terminal, VS Code terminal. But in the other one, it was not showing. Like one test case
Okay,
passed.
and what error is showing console?
It's because that one condition that's actually false. That's meant to be broken. That's
Okay,
why the build is showing fail.
okay, okay, okay.
But here the console output is not showing actually.
So no, no, you just need to start once again. So you'll get the console. You do one
Yeah,
thing, just
it's showing as success.
yeah, yeah, okay, okay, okay. Build workspace. Okay, so I understood now how to set up this Jenkins part. Now the second question, like we want to run only particular test case, correct? It's running all the test cases.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that case, we can you do one thing, guys? Like in this path, you have given Cypress folder, correct? In configure, advanced. Click on advanced. Go down. Use workspace, no directory. So you given Cypress, correct? This is your directory, correct? Mm-mm. If you put a particular test case here and check it out, also you can try using Jenkins. Sorry, GitHub also. Okay, you the your path of your GitHub, so it will take from GitHub. After pushing your code. Take any scripting.
Uh, like this script's relative path.
Yeah, yeah. Take that one. We're just taking for instance, Okay, save it and now run it. Bill is not created, correct? Yeah, so it requires that Cypress only. It won't work for particular,
Uh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it will require the Cypress folder only, that directory. Change to a Cypress.
It's locating the file and finish success, but it's not showing the output.
Okay, it's showing the success, correct? Mm-hmm. Can you click on status? That above
Uh,
in your status. Check it here. No changes. Yeah. Okay, I'll check it out. Okay, I'll check it out. Two things in that. Why the result is not showing. Okay, or also like is there any mechanism or LU report we have to set up with Jenkins? We have to check it that one. And also like here we problem we are facing like if you run now particular test case, it's not running. It's running all the test cases, correct?
yeah.
Yeah, this thing we'll do like once we get time. Okay, but basically how to set up Jenkins. We covered that one. Okay. So yeah, today I'm going to explain, teach you the important topic in JavaScript as well as Selenium. Sorry, Cypress. That is promises. Have you heard the name promises
Inside this.
in JavaScript as well as Cypress?
No.
Mm.
What is promises?
One thing will be done definitely.
You can say promise that promise. English for promise.
Yeah.
But why we require promise in JavaScript language? Basic idea. Yes, Femina.
No, I'm not.
Okay, you don't have any idea. Okay, so this is very important topic. Okay, so I'll share my screen to you. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, basically, what is promise? So, in Cypress, particularly if you see Cypress, okay, so promises are commonly used to handle asynchronous action. See here the word asynchronous. What do you know about this word asynchronous?
Like the time is like timing or something is not like together. It will be different.
Okay. So, by nature, JavaScript is synchronous or asynchronous in nature.
Asynchronous.
Hmm?
Um, Asynchronous.
Okay, asynchronous. Correct. See what happened in asynchronous. See here. Say in JavaScript, suppose you have one code like this. Okay, like you have one code like this. One, two. This is a line of code. Okay. So asynchronous behavior means what? When we are running the JavaScript, so we don't know like which code it the next command goes to. Might be it will execute first command. Might be it will execute after first. It will skip second and it will go to third one. Again, it will go to sixth one. So we don't know about that. So which command is this Cypress Selenium is going to execute because it is asynchronous in nature. Okay. So basically in Cyp, if you see, so if now talking about JavaScript, okay, so in JavaScript, promises are a mechanism for handling asynchronous operations. Okay, so in JavaScript, promises is what? It's a mechanism for handling asynchronous operations. Got it? They help manage and reason about asynchronous code in a more structured and manageable way. Okay, so if you see now, there are several types of promises we have. Okay, now in case of Cypress, so the which I was talking about JavaScript. Okay, now come to Cypress here. So in Cypress, promises are commonly used to handle asynchronous action and ensure that certain actions or assertion are completed before moving on to next step in a test. Got it? So Cypress basically ensuring us that certain action or assertion are completed before moving to next step. Got my point? Yeah. So in JavaScript, it's a mechanism to handle the asynchronous behavior. Okay. Now, if I asked you, what are the promises status? What you will tell me? States. How many states are there in promises?
Maybe in progress.
Hmm? We have three stages in promises. First one is pending one. Second one is fulfill. Third one is rejected. Okay. So I'll just give you an example. Okay. Have you ordered on Zomato some food or what? Have you ordered?
Yeah.
Okay. After ordering on Zomato, what you will do? You will wait.
Yeah.
Correct? Means pending. The action is pending now. Okay. Now that person, the Zomato guy comes and giving you your food. So you fulfill, satisfied.
Yeah.
Right? And second one, you don't like that food or what you don't like it. So what you will do? You reject that one. So remember this, example of promises. If someone asks to you what are the types states of promises, you can tell them first one is pending, second fulfill and rejected. Okay. Now this promises we have to handle. Sometime what happened, we are getting the pending, like timeout issue. Sometime we get this fulfill, yeah, it's working fine now. Rejected means it's not working, like we're not finding the locator and all because of some problem. Okay, so we need to resolve this one. Okay, got my point?
Yeah.
So if talking about pending, what happened pending, the initial state of promise, like once you order. So once you order and it's waiting, it's pending. Why is pending? Because that person creating the food for you. Got it? So the initial state of promise representing the promise being created for you. That means that food is created for you. That is why it is pending. Got my point? And fulfill means what? Fulfill means the state of a promise when it's successfully resolved with a value, something. If the promise is resolved, you will get the fulfill here. Okay, and third one, reject means the state of promise when it's unable to fulfill the operation. If the operation is, like for example, if you order something and that guy, Zomato guy having some kind of issue in his bike or something happened to him and asking to them, yeah, I cannot bring because of problem. So your operation become failure. So it get rejected here. Got it?
Yeah.
So it is little bit tricky, you will get confusing about that, promises and all, but it is a main part in Cypress as well as JavaScript. Okay. Now you can see we can use like some common uses of promises in Cypress, like some I'll just add some common uses of promises in Cypress. Okay. Now first one is using Like you can use then function. Can you see then function? We use then function in Cypress, correct?
Yeah.
Using then function to change the command. For instance, like we have one like locate a CY button here. Something like this one is button. Then what we'll do, we click this button. We do some operation click here. Okay. Now after clicking it, I want something. I use then function here. Use the callback function now. Now instead I can just set on do something after the click. Do something after the click is completed. Now here I am using this then function, means I am resolving the promises, asking that after click you can do like this. You can do some coding here. So yeah, you can use this then function. Got my point? So like this example of promises, using then function to change the command. You can also handling asynchronous assertion. Handling asynchronous assertion. Now how we get assertion? Now see here, like you can use some locators see where to get, but I'll just use here. I'm not getting no, so I need to write here like this reference types equal to the Cypress. Now you can see a cy dot get here element. For instance, locator is there. I'm no using should have. I'm using one assertion here. Should have dot text. Okay, and I am writing here in a expected text. Now again I am giving you here promises. Then callback function, use callback function. Okay, now here you can perform the action. Perform actions after a session is complete. So here you just directly clicking something, and if you want to perform some action after clicking, you can use then function. Handling us now, also using assertion you can do something after assertion get complete using then function. Got my point? Yes, Gopi and Femina, you have any doubt? Please ask me.
It's fine.
I'm a little bit confused. I'm having doubt even, so that you are getting or not.
No, it's like a type of, like assertion is a type of promise, right?
Yeah, assertion, like, yeah, we can resolve the assertion using we can resolve the promises using assertion. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So what happen, if suppose once you are using something like assertion or clicking button, and you want to do something, so you'll get promises in that. So how to resolve the promises using then function? I'm teaching you, like, first one is before without assertion, only clicking we are using, and after clicking what you want, you are putting then function here. Do something after the click is completed here. Okay, here you are using some assertion, and after assertion we are asking to do something, then you can use then function here.
Okay.
So actually what you are doing, you are just handling the asynchronous behavior using like some command, chain command, using some assertion. And you just need to put then function here.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Now in API testing also you can do like that one. Like you can use handling the HTTP request and responses. Requested and responses we have seen. So in that case, how we can do like this? CY request, you have seen that. Wait post command. method get post get. This is your endpoint, whatever endpoint you have. Okay, now you use here. See, can again you can use here then function. Can you see then? Also resolving this, then you're passing response here. Again using callback function now. Okay. Now here you can see access and handle the response data. Handle the response data. Getting me? So you just write on like after this one, expect response dot status dot to dot eq 200 like this. Okay. So again you're using then function here. So like Cypress by default handling the promises, but sometime if it's not difficult, then you can use then function to resolve that one. Okay. Next one is using also you can use in custom command using then function with custom command. So how can you use Cypress dot command Cypress dot commands dot add, correct? Now you create a custom command like in this custom command. Okay, now you can just passing here callback function. So here you can perform actions and return promises. Got it? So in this case, you just need to write down return new promises. Like for example, if I write something like here I just write down the perform actions and return a promise. Like this, return new promise. If you see see here. Can you see promise? This is called promise constructor. Can you see? So this having the executor resolved and reject. Can you see this one?
Yeah.
So create a new promises. It's creating a new promise here. So a callback used to initialize the promise. This callback is passed two arguments. Resolve callback used to resolve the promise with a value or the result of another promise, and the reject callback used to reject the promise. So in this case, we have to pass in two arguments. One is reject, and second one is first one is resolve and second one is reject. So this is a promise constructor. Okay, so you just put here resolve and reject. Okay, so if you just ask him do something here and resolve it. Got it? So also you can use no in this custom command you use what we call functions, correct? Promise constructor, correct? Yeah. So you can also write down like cy custom command then function. You can also write like this cy dot custom command. This is a custom, custom command. Copy this custom command here. Now in this custom command, now you can pass. Sorry, you can just click then here callback function. Okay, now perform actions after custom command is completed. Got my point? Like you have created a custom command Okay, this one. Now again use then function here once creating the custom command and do something, what you want. So
Can you
it's,
explain that line number 40 once again? Return new promise.
yeah, in this you see, we are creating the new promises, either is resolved or rejected.
So, okay.
See, here you can see by clicking you will get some promises, after clicking. By assertion you will get some promises. But also in HTTP request you can see after clicking on then URL get post method you will get some promises. But in custom command you will not get no promises. You're not clicking, you're not sending any requests, you're not doing any assertion. So we are creating our promises here.
Okay.
If there is no promise, then we are creating our own promises, like using custom promises. That's called promise constructor. So might be it will resolve or reject it. Two parameter we are finding. Okay, got it?
So in that we are doing something means like we are putting some commands
Yeah, we are putting
inside.
some. Yeah, we are putting some command here. That command should be might be resolved, might be rejected. Depends.
So we are only using that resolve.
Yeah, if you want, you can just reject also. No,
Uh,
do
mo-
some
uh,
do something for reject.
do something. Or we are doing something that gets that might get resolve or reject. That's what it means.
Yeah, like for example, our intention, when we are using then function, so our intention there to resolve the promises, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here I'm using then function to resolve the promises. So the second option is reject is also there, correct? So if you're not passing any value, then it will get rejected. Got it?
So that line number 40, that resolve is connected to the above commands.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Got it? So in this way we can use then function, okay, to resolve the promises, like using the click button, assertion, HTTP request, custom command. And also you can chaining the then function also, like you can say chaining promises. Like you can just say cy.get first element. Okay, then you can just write on click here. Okay, then you can use again then function here, callback function. Now inside then you can write on cy.get second element. Here you can just pass some assertion like should be visible, something like that. Visible. Okay, and what again you can use after that then function after assertion. Okay, in that you can write on perform some action here after both actions are complete. So in this way you can resolve the promises here. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So last one, last also like you can see like using async wait. Have you heard this async wait
No, like
with
CY dot wait
Cypress
is not.
command? Actually, like for example, if I write like this, it for example it should perform async action using async and await. So I just create one. So await cy dot get element dot click. So here I am performing some action here. Action after click. See what happened, here you can see here I am not using then function here. Okay, now here what I am doing, I am creating one async function. Can you see? Yeah, so this is my async function. So instead of then I'm using async here, so I use wait here, await. Okay, and I just clicking here, and now in after that I'm just asking perform some actions after click. Okay, so actually if you see carefully, so what async wait, or then it they use after clicking, the wait for the next action to get resolved, because JavaScript, like because of asynchronous behavior, so it will quickly go to the next step randomly. Okay, so it tells us that what should you do after this, and if you see Cypress, by default Cypress manages the promises, in a structured way, but sometime, for instance, we require promises to resolve, so like if you don't want to use then function, then you can use async here. You can use like this. Have you learned protector language, protector tool automation?
No.
Okay, if you learn the protector now, so before Cypress we had actually protector. Right now also it's working, might be deprecated or not, but also they use async and sync like this to resolve the promises. So in every line of code, like they need to write down like this async and await then function. But Cypress, there is no need to write this again and again because it handle automatically. And why we want to resolve the promises? Because of the asynchronous nature of JavaScript. So it's address clear now. What are the promises? How to use promises using then function, using async and wait.
Yeah. So
Got it?
Yes.
Yeah, and also like we learned or not, I don't know. Like for example, have you heard the explicit and implicit assertion? Have you heard this name?
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
So what is implicit and explicit assertion?
Explicit it was should. Right?
We have completed this one, correct?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think, Vimana? Did we complete implicit assertion, explicit assertion or not?
Yeah, I think.
Not as specific, like implicit and explicitly. We
Mm-hmm.
covered it as the whole assertions.
Okay, so what is implicit? Why we call implicit? Like, what do you understand?
I think it's is it like should contain and
Yeah, exactly. Like okay, should is in implicit. And what about explicit?
explicit. Then
Hmm?
like then
Then,
or expect.
see here, when we are chaining, something like after this, some actions, like we have an element here, then we are asking do something, should be visible. Something we are asking, should not be visible, disable like this. So this one is implicit assertion. Okay, implicit, because this should is dependent on this locator. Okay, and it's chaining. We cannot write independently this one. Okay, and in case of explicit, we write like this. Expect value to dot eq, something like the a b c, like something. So this one is explicit assertion. Okay, so it is independent to any chaining. Okay, anyway, simple, clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one is promises we have completed. Also the difference between the implicit and explicit assertion. Okay, And also you have done this setup, Jenkins setup also, correct? Only you want to have that particular, like only you need to check it out whether which report you want to set up with Jenkins, Allure or Mocosum, correct? We'll see that one. And also we'll see, like, what happen if you particular test case we want to run. Okay. So what I'll do, in the last day of our lecture, I'll try to solve that one. Okay. So before that, we'll continue whatever remaining part is there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Before going, can you share this code, this page?
Yeah, I can share. Also, I'll upload a video. Uh, it it is taking time. Okay, one second. I'll just share to you. This code or this line number 23. Line number 23 now. 25 to 34. 34 now. 36 to 43. Now custom command. Chaining the promises. And implicit. Okay.
Yeah.
Copy it. Let me know if you finished. Then I'll wrap up this call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then guys, do practice and let me know if you have any doubt. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll meet on tomorrow then.
Thank
Tomorrow,
you.
your office is there, na?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 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 Then we'll meet tomorrow then. Okay. Okay. Bye.